are listening to I Am Refocused Radio with your host, Shamaya Reed. This show is designed to inspire you to live your purpose and regain your focus. And now, here's your host, Shamaya Reed.
Hey, welcome to Refocus Radio. We are here once again, and today, man, we have a true honor talking to a new recording artist all the way from Orange County, California, but she's originally from Dubai. Her name is Zeina, and she's only 20 years old, but she's doing big, major things in the music business. First and foremost, I just want to welcome you to the show and say how you doing.
Good morning. I am doing well. This is Zeina. Happy Monday. I just want to take a second and appreciate how grateful I am for sharing a little more about myself to the world today.
Man, we are appreciative of you being on and taking time in your schedule because I know you're super busy. You're about to get even more busy pretty soon. So, man, for our audience, kind of tell us a little bit about yourself. And I mean, I know you're recently a recording artist, but kind of give us a little better picture of you and your family.
Yeah, of course. I was born and raised in Dubai for 15 years. My family and I moved to the United States of America a few years ago. And let me tell you, it was one of the most frustrating and challenging experiences that my family and I faced. However, to be honest, I could not have imagined better living conditions and educational opportunities anywhere else in the world than in the United States. Fun fact about myself, since I was born and raised in Dubai, I speak 4 languages. My first language is Arabic. My second language is Bulgarian because both my mom and my grandmother are Bulgarians. My third that I picked up during high school is Spanish. And finally, the 4th language, you guessed it, is English. Still working on getting my English a little better. That's a little background about my family and I.
I mean, that's very impressive and that's pretty awesome. I mean, there's a lot of people in the United States who can barely speak one English language. So congratulations for you doing that.
Thank you.
What was it like with your parents? Because it sounds like they were really, as far as their focus is raising you to be very prepared for your future, especially with education. How much involvement were they with you going to school and learning all the great things that you have been learning so far?
That's a great question. It took me a very long time to appreciate my mother's influence on my life, especially when my parents were determined to lead disconnected lives. I would say my parents' divorce was one of the toughest decisions my family and I faced. However, I cannot recall a moment where my mom did not have a smile on her face. As a result, she fills my life with her passion for hope and bold thoughts. I love my mom. With such a powerful influence, I just learned to respect myself and have confidence in my own worth and abilities. Because of her, I recovered from the pain of my past, and I quickly began to focus on accomplishing my dreams.
Man, that's what's up. And when you came to the United States, you talked about earlier how the transition, it wasn't easy at all. Kind of help illustrate that for the audience. What was it like getting here and getting settled?
The one problem I faced when I moved to the United States was trying to fit in, because I was 15 years old and it was hard to fit in and just, find the group, find friends. It was really hard because I was born and raised in Dubai and I had my own friends, my school, my family. I was just used to living in Dubai, and it was like it's like my hometown. So moving to the United States, one problem that I faced, and it's challenging up to this moment, is just to try and fit in. But I realized that's not important. As long as you have the opportunities, take advantage of the opportunities and use them, you will fall in love with yourself and just attract the people around you. So I would say one issue was trying to fit in. And because of that, I told myself, I said, I need to start working on myself. So I applied and joined the tennis team for my high school, and I played for 4 years. And tennis it helped me build a community and make friends, but it was one of the reasons that played a major role in developing my career.
Once again, listen on Refocus Radio, talking to our guest today, music artist Zeina, and man, she's representing Orange County, California, but she's also representing Dubai. I have to ask this next question when it comes to music, because obviously that's kind of what we're talking about today with you being an artist. Were there inspiration artists or just music in general over in Dubai that kind of spilled over into the United States?
In Dubai, I started singing because I truly enjoyed and loved every part of it. And little did I know that my passion for singing turned into a hobby, and that hobby allowed me to grow as an individual. But when I first moved to the United States, that's when I auditioned for Advanced Women Choir and Performing Arts during my sophomore year at Beckman High School. And unexpectedly, I was selected to be part of the program. And just music really started to be serious for me when I moved here to the United States. Performing on stage in front of an audience has always been nerve-wracking. However, I learned how to control my stage fright and maintain an assertiveness during big performances.
And you mentioned how you and your mom were pretty close. Was she at all into music, or was that anyone else in your family?
My mom, yes, my mom is into music, but she's more she's a performer. She's a talented dancer. And that's how I got into the music industry, because she was an inspiration to me. She was into dancing, feeling the music, and I kind of had like a vibe with that.
And when you started to launch your career, at what time were you like, you know what, I can do this professionally? I don't have to just keep doing this as, for fun per se.
I would say when I started working with or coming in at the studio at Legacy2 Studio, that's when I started taking it seriously. I'm currently recording and writing new music at Legacy2 Studio, but that's when I took it seriously, and I said it's not game time anymore. It's game time right now. So I would say that's when I started taking it seriously.
Hey man, you gotta unpack that for the audience, because it's not just some regular studio. You have the opportunity to work with multi-platinum singer and songwriter Melanie Andrews. I mean, talking about legacy right there. Kind of give us a backstory. How did you both meet, and when did all this start happening for you to start recording?
Well, my beautiful mom, she is a talented dancer. She takes classes with the best instructor, Milo, who also happens to be the best choreographer, and he also played a major role in developing my career. I think it's impossible for me to put into the words how much Milo means to me. He brings me nothing but good energy and positive vibes. So it all started when Milo referred me to start taking voice lessons at Legacy2 Studio in Irvine with the multi-platinum songwriter Melanie Andrews at Legacy2 Studios. And now we are currently working on creating very, very exciting projects. Again, Melanie is a blessing to my life. I'm beyond thankful for her. Not only she is the most talented music instructor in the world, but she is always my number one supporter who enlightens me to the right path. So thank you, Melanie. And without her unconditional love, both Melanie and Milo, and their guidance and their support, none of my dreams would have happened.
Man, you already sound like a superstar. I'm gonna have to ask you for your autograph when the show is over. But with that
yes,
mindset,
my honor.
With that mindset, I mean, we said in the green room, I didn't mention yet, but you also had an honor earlier this March to be at an exclusive event with the Oscar Gala. And
yes,
you got to perform. I saw some footage on Instagram. I'm like, wow, you're like already a superstar. What was that feeling like, and how did you come to knowledge that you had the opportunity to do that?
Well, I had the opportunity to perform at the Oscars event, which took place on March 12th. It was considered an under party for the Oscars, located in Universal Hollywood. I'm just going to say it was an amazing experience to perform on stage. Two things that I want to mention. I am super grateful and thankful for everything. I know God believes in us, and I know I believe in God. So it's just a matter of believing in God and just doing what you love and just follow what your heart says, but listen to your mind. Listen to your mind.
Man, you sound like you should be having a TED Talk, man. Once again, Listen, I'm Refocus Radio talking to music artist Zeina. I mean, I'm telling you, you do not want to forget this artist at all. Real quick, plug yourself. How can people follow you on Instagram real quick?
You can follow me on my Instagram. You want me to say my username, my account?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it's ZZEINARAJOUB. Follow me on Instagram. That's my Instagram. So you can stay updated.
And the reason why I want people to follow you, and the show's not even over yet, I want people to follow you is because, you're about to be the next big thing, because I heard you with my own ears. So I'm definitely excited to see what you have in the future. And speaking of that, we know that you're going to be working extra hard with Legacy2 Studios with Melanie Andrews. You're going to be working on an album. I mean, I know you can't spill the beans, but kind of give us, the audience, a teaser. What is the vibe right now with you being able to work on your official album?
I'm so glad you asked me that question. I was waiting for that question. I am super excited to hear something that truly means the world to me. I will be releasing my song, Our Love, and I can't wait for you to hear and feel the music. This song, I would say, is special, and I'll tell you why. I will be singing in Spanish. There are parts from the song Let's Wait a While by the one and only Janet Jackson. I am hoping with the reggaeton beat in my song, you will just get up, feel the music, and just start dancing like nobody's watching. The song has a very, very, very powerful message, and it's about love. Love is a beautiful journey, but there's no such thing as love without pain. So love without suffering, that's not possible. And basically, everyone deserves to be loved and chosen. But first, you need to fall in love with yourself and just to remember to never rush into love, because you can't rush something powerful that you want to last forever. So let's wait a while to protect our love. That's all I can tell you.
Man, that sounds like an instant classic right there. I mean, you are fast tracking into a music industry where a lot of people don't make it. I mean, a lot of people kind of get in, but you're fast tracking to a proven resume already out the gate. When you look at how far you come, I mean, what's your mindset to keep steady and remain consistent?
I mean, mindset is everything. I try to be positive as much as I can. Again, I mentioned this earlier, but I'm always grateful and thankful for what I have. My family, they have given me, and up to this day, and they will always do, unconditional love and support. So without my family, without my team, without the people around me, I wouldn't have made it. The reason why my mindset is so powerful is because I learned and I trained to be in an environment where I'm celebrated, not tolerated. Being in a positive, healthy environment will allow you to just focus on yourself and just get the job done.
Wow, if I had as many coins right now of the wisdom nuggets you've been dropping throughout the show, I don't think we need to do any more interviews, man. I mean, your mom had to play a role in helping you think like this too. What's some of the things that she shares with you, even as you are being successful today?
My mom is, I don't know how to describe my mom. My mom is my other half. My mom is my hero. My mom is the person I look up to. She's the reason I am as strong as I am today. She sees me when I'm sad, when I'm happy, and she always has something to say. And that something to say is so powerful that it puts me into my place and just puts me back on the run and just keep fighting. So my mom is an incredible inspiration to me. So I would say without her talks, without our long night talks, I wouldn't be here.
You listen on Refocus Radio talking to our guest, music artist Zeina. And man, I mean, you sound like you've been working in the music industry for like 40 years. I can tell because you got all these great people in your camp.
Yes.
And moving forward, what is it like in California as far as living there and the music scene? What's some of the experience that you've been able to have being out in California?
Being out in California, again, as I mentioned, other than the music industry, I cannot imagine better living conditions in California. People here are super supportive, and the idea of following your dreams and it's real. Like when I was in Dubai, people would say, "Oh, California is like the land of opportunities." It really is. It really is. California is the land of opportunities, but only if you know how to take advantage of those opportunities. Music, again, I started seriously taking music seriously when I first auditioned for the Advanced Women Choir and Performing Arts during my high school years. That's when I started to. That was like a great experience and a great way of introducing the music, because we did perform on stage. We performed at Disneyland. We performed multiple times in different locations. And that's when I first started to take this seriously for my career.
And when you are pushing yourself as an artist, I mean, I know you have a team, but you also get to manage your image and your brand. How have you learned to switch on that professionalism, but also at the same time maintain who you are?
That's a good question. I would say until now, I'm still learning how to do that. Practice. If you practice, it's like you need to switch two different people, two different personalities. When it comes to being serious, when it comes to getting the job done, you need to switch. It's like beast mode. You need to focus on that. You need to do what you need to do, what you have to do. And then once you get the job done, whatever it is, for me, it's music, writing music, working late at night, coming in at the studio early morning, finishing it, doing the music, listening to beats, working with beautiful, incredible artists and other beautiful producers that I work with. But at the same time, I think you need to know when to take breaks in life. Taking breaks in life is super important. That's when you need to spend time with your family. That's when you need to do the things that brings you pure joy and happiness. And it's just about balance. Life is about balance. If one thing I would share to the world right now, it's if you want to learn one job today, my job, your job, everyone's job is to learn how to find balance and peace within your life. And it's hard, but with practice, dedication, time, effort, you will be able to find that.
I mean, it sounds like you're living a fairy tale, but I know it takes a lot of work in what you do. So an artist who is listening to this right now, here's your opportunity to inspire someone. They want to do what, Zeina is doing. They want to make it like you're making it. They want to, create the art that can, impact people's lives and inspire people and be a professional. Mm-hmm. What, based on what you learned so far being in the industry, what would you say to any upcoming artist who is serious about going to that next level?
I would say the number one rule that I learned from is instead of trying to impress people, instead of trying to do this for him, for her, instead of trying to compete with other people, try to change your mindset. Like what you mentioned, mindset is everything. Try to change your mindset and remind yourself that it's a competition, not for her, not for him. It's a competition for you. It's that you are in a competition with yourself. It's you against you. With anything in life, especially with music, you need to fall in love with taking care of yourself and fall in love with becoming the best version of yourself, but with respect, compassion, and patience to your own journey. I would say that's the one advice. Find what truly brings you pure joy and happiness. For Zeina, for me, it's performing and singing on stage. And without practice, without, consistent dedication, commitment, effort, without time, without all of that. And I always tell this to everybody, like my friends, my coworkers, my team. I always tell them I don't only put 100% effort. I don't believe in that. I put 110% effort in anything in life. And again, especially with music, you need to put 110% effort. There's always room for improvement. There's always room for growth. There's always room for improving and striving to become a little better than you were yesterday. I would say one advice is find what brings you true joy and happiness and just keep going and keep doing it. Even though you're not going to get results right away. That's not a thing. That's fantasy. That's not reality. You just need to keep going with whatever you're doing. Music, keep trying. And then eventually you will become something.
Listen, on Refocus Radio, talking to our guest music artist, Zeina, and I'm not going to try to put you on the spot, but if you could say something inspirational in Spanish, what would you say?
In Spanish, well, there's a lot, but one saying that I always remind myself is "Más vale tarde que nunca," which basically translates to "better now than later." So this saying just says that it's never too late. It's never too late to follow your dreams. It's never too late to do what you love. It's never too late to appreciate and remind the people that supported you how much you love them. So it's más vale tarde que nunca. It's better late than never.
And real quick, I know we're getting close to time here, but if you could perform in Dubai, would that be something that you'd be interested in doing? And if you knew a place where you wanted to perform, where would that be?
Yes, of course. Dubai is my hometown. I was born and raised in Dubai. I would love to go back and perform to my people, to my family, to my cousins. It's an honor. And if I had the time and the most the time, if I had the time to go back there and perform, I'll probably perform in Arabic, and I'll probably sing in Arabic. I know a lot of songs in Arabic that are super, super beautiful right now. And I would probably go and perform there. There's a couple stages, couple malls, couple places I could perform, but again, performing in Dubai, that's definitely on my list. I'll come back with like an English Arabic music.
Man, you heard it here, right here on Refocus Radio, talking to our music artist guest, Zeina. She's doing big things. I mean, I'm just saying, she performed earlier this month at an exclusive gathering at the Oscar Gala. I mean, I saw the footage. I mean, seriously, the footage was amazing. It looked like you had a whole team of like maybe Hollywood directors and filmmakers, like just documenting your story and your experience. Last question I have for you, as the responsibility you have as a professional and influencer, how do you keep that focus on reaching your next goal without having the risk of contaminating it with any lack of focus?
Practice. If you practice makes perfect. Again, I mentioned this. I'll mention it again because it's that powerful. Mindset is everything. If you know how to control your mind, you can control your thoughts. If you know how to control your thoughts, you can control your feelings. And if you know how to control your feelings, boom, you know how to control your actions. I would say one thing that allows me to focus more is where I am, the environment that I am. And that's one thing I'm blessed and I'm thankful for, being in an environment where I'm celebrated, being in an environment where it's healthy. That's one thing that allows me to focus more. Again, it's all in the mind. It's all, if you know how to control your mind and your thoughts, then you can do it. And that's one of the things that allows me to practice more and focus more, is the fact that at this point I can say I'm not the best, but I can say that I know how to control my mind. I know how to control my thoughts, and the power of thought is incredible.
I'm telling y'all here right now, you hear right here on Refocus Radio, Zeina is the artist to watch. Coming soon is going to be her album that she's working with at Legacy2 Studios with the legendary Melanie Andrews. And man, congratulations! You're not even on the surface. You're still a root that's about to sprout, and I think bigger things are coming in the near future. I want to say thanks again. Take your time, your schedule. Talk to Refocus Radio.
Thank you so much.